Man, everybody. So we are going to be playing today Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This is going to be Pixel Purge episode 3. Aye. So what we do here is we take your favourite games, all your AAA titles, and we strip back all the bells and whistles to see what it looks like. Is it still playable after you take away everything? All your ray tracing graphics, all your DLSS, all your frame generation, everything like that. Set it to the lowest graphics possible. Will it still be playable? Nobody knows, but we're certainly going to find out, folks. So, high GPU load. It's cause I've got everything set to supreme here in the game, and we're recording at the same time here, folks. So, let's fire into it. My name's Brian of your Skynet. There is some issues and glitches with this game, I'll no lie. It is a very demanding game, and it's not too greatly optimised, as you'll see. But so we'll see how it goes. I've already took some screenshots here previously. So this is it running just now. We are currently running the game full 4K, motion blur off, HDR on, sharpening at 50, graphics quality supreme and ultra for everything, and ray tracing on as well. So we've got it pretty much how everything running maximum for it, and as you can see here, look, it's running at 20, not even 30 frames per second here, right? It's really 30 frames. There you go, 30 frames per second there we're getting. Let's see what I'm going to do actually, right? We'll quit the game, right? Hold on, let's see. So I did change some settings in it. So there you go, it's back up to 60 frames per second there now. And we shall quit it again. And I'll just reload it, right, just to see if it does kind of make it any slightly different. Because aye, it's definitely very demanding in the game. But it's weirdly demanding, that's the thing though, right? Because this is a 24 gig graphics card, and it can't run the game at 4K, which is just weird. But if you watched like the first Pixel Purge episode that I done, which was that one was Cyberpunk 2077, which is pretty much a benchmark for what folk use for doing kind of games and things like that now. Because it's beautifully optimized and it just works, kind of thing, right? Everything works on it. You can set the full path tracing, ultra, overdrive path tracing, and everything on it, and it just runs. When we were doing that, we were getting over 60 frames a second. No, sorry, we're getting over 100 frames per second on that one. But in comparison here, we're getting 30 frames per second on Indiana Jones. So it's struggling to hit 30 frames per second. It is not the bestly optimized game. Near it is. It really isn't the best optimized game. But earlier when I was playing it, I was up at 60 frames per second as well. So it comes and goes, this game, right? It looks as if it's running slightly smoothly here. It's probably a wee bit slower here. But aye, there's just... But the graphics quality in it is really crisp and clear, right? You can see it. It looks phenomenal, the graphics. Can I change this here? Right, let's just see this just now. Let's see. What's the DLSS set to? So it's currently balanced quality. So if we go to auto, hey, that's not even... See, that's what I'm saying. So like the ray construction off, it's getting the same between 20 and 30 frames per second. Put on the frame generation, and it's still getting the same. This is the issue with the game here, folks. That's what I'm saying. It's not just the system here, because the system can run the games fine. I know it can run it fine. The spec of the machine is high enough to run it. So if I go like to high now, so there you go. Like if I put on medium performance metrics here, it'll just tell you the spec of the machine. So you can see it there, AMD Ryzen 9 7950 XCD 16-core processor, phenomenal processor gaming. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090, 24GB RAM. You see that seems to be working as fine as well. I've got 64GB of DDR5, Corsair Vengeance memory. I've got 2 separate SSDs as well. So I've got one where the game's installed, which a Western install SN850X SSD, 2TB. I've got 2 of them, one for gaming, one for kind of like the Windows drive and recording. So they're not even running off the same SSD. And the SSDs are PCI 5 as well, so the fast transfer rates. It's such a badly optimized game for things. When you're running it this high, I would have expected a lot more kind of thing, right? So there you go, like 30 frames per second goes down, and it just... So like we'll go through here and up the stairs, so like you can see all the like the glare and everything from the walls and everything. So that's obviously your full ray tracing kicking in there, and hey, it looks beautiful. It really does look beautiful, the game. I mean, obviously if the recording doesn't work right, so you can see it here as well. Just look at all the kind of like the detail, the glare on the paths and this flooring, the detail there in the room and the rug, just the painting, the ceiling, the floors and everything. It's a really highly detailed game, right? There is a lot of screen tearing going on as well, as you can see, for things. Probably, well, I can notice it. I don't know if you will notice it in the video. It's like the painting quality there. Hey, it just does look amazing, to be fair. But it's not, as you can see, it's not without its issues. It's like 31, 35, 38. Sistine Chapel. So, like, if you look in, also just like at the paintings, all the writing on the wall and everything. Very detailed, so it's like the lighting effects on the floor. But you can see the lighting effects coming in through the window. So again, it's struggling around about 30 kind of frames per second. See the characters detailed enough, kind of thing. I would have thought slightly more detailed in about the faces for something that's struggling to run it like this kind of thing. So the video cutscenes are obviously kind of a wee bit more detailed. But I mean, it's really, it is a graphically amazing game though, that's the thing. See, when you see it, it is a graphically amazing game. I mean, look, Sister Catherine there. Everything all round about. We'll go for a wee walk outside as well. It's like 25, see it's down there at almost 20 frames per second there as well. See, it just, I don't get it. And I know some folk might say, you've got the graphics set, your machine can't run it. The machine can run it, because I've literally been trying to record this 5 times now, and every time I try and record it, I get a different experience with frames per second on it every time. It's just... I don't know. I don't know if it's just something to do with the kind of the Windows game, the Xbox game app for PC and how everything runs through that, or if it's just because it's a Bethesda game which is only the best. I mean, like the vegetation there and the plants and everything, they're really crisp and clear quality. The brickwork and everything as well. The path, you can see it there as well. Like if we go outside, like let's see, there you go, down about 25%, 25 frames per second there again. Like you can see all over to the distance there as well. And it just looks nice, that's the thing. It does look really, really nice. But the thing that kind of puts me off playing it like this as well is just the experience of the game. Fruit bag. Collect, there we go. New adventure book. Yeah, it does look really, really nice. But I just think these could be so many. Like 35, 34, 30. Struggling again, it'll go down, down, 30, 20. Just dropping below 30 now. So there you go there, but this bit here, it was just going, it went down to like 20, 24 there frames per second for a wee bit there. So 30, 31, 25, 27, 30. I mean, for all it looks really, really nice and lovely, right? I just think it could be better optimised a wee bit. You can let me know in the comments, folks, what's your experience of this one as well. If you're playing it on a PC, what do you run it at? How does it run if you're running it at, try to run it at full 4K? Does it kind of stutter about with the graphics? Do you get a different experience every time? Like as well, so yeah, it does look really, really nice though. As you can see there, all the detail on the rug round about, the flooring, just the kind of the paintings there as well. I mean, they've put a lot of work into it. They really have put a lot of work into it. So what we'll do is, I need to do this in two sections because the game is so flaky at different things. I can't lower the resolution that I can with other games and just keep recording. It just doesn't like it at all. So I'll stop the recording, we'll exit the game out, we'll lower the resolution, and then we'll restart the recording after everything's been lowered, and we'll continue on. We'll see what it runs like then and see how it looks as well. And I've taken some kind of screenshots, so we will do a wee comparison at the end as well, folks. So back in two. Welcome back, folks. So this is us now. We have lowered the graphics quality to the lowest resolution that the game will set it, and we've turned off absolutely every single setting that makes it look nice, or it should be anyway. I've had to restart the game, as I said, obviously in the first part there, because it just doesn't allow you to do things in it when it's set as it is. So we'll see how it runs, right, and let's have a look. Right. See, this is the problem I've got with this game here, right? There's no way that should be running at 30 frames a second, really, when it's running at, let's see, resolution of 1360 by 768. It's not upscaling it. It shouldn't be upscaling it. Field of view, vertical sync on. I'm going to turn on vertical sync. Frames per second, HDR. Let's turn off HDR as well. Chromatic aberration off. Depth of field off. And analyzing off. Low, low, low. High. Global illumination low. Video settings. Ray tracing, path tracing off. Vegetation off, native TSA, resolution scaling, static, render scale 50%. Right, so we're just going to turn that off as well. Performance metrics. Aye, right, so my screen's set to obviously 4K kind of thing, right, but the game itself's just running at 1368. 1360 by 768, right? So there we go. That's as low as we're going to get it, folks, right? So I don't know why it still runs at the same frames per second as we were seeing at full 4K. It's definitely a setting or something in the game let me know in the comments how your experiences has been of this game, kind of thing, playing it on the PC. So, right, this is us. We are... Alright, wow, aye. So this is the wee... We'll go back outside first, right? So, look, it's dropping down to like 20 frames per second. This... this has been a wake-up call, this game here, folks. Right, so there we go. Right, the same kind of plant there. We'll take some wee screenshot there. Oh, hold on, right. I don't know. I should have taken a screenshot there. We'll try it again. Maybe, did it? No. Uh, Aye, for some strange reason it's not taking screen captures either now. So, it's a wee bit kind of weird, this one. You'll see the difference there in the quality, look. It's very, very blurry, kind of around the edges and that. Like, further away. So, like, we'll go down here as well, outside. You still can see in the distance, obviously, but it's just no got the sharpness there as well. Like, the wee guys down below don't look as crystal clear as what it did before. It looks kind of blocky and things. The graphics don't look as... The sky pretty much just kind of looks the same, really. They've not really done much with the sky. But when you stand here, look at the kind of quality of the shadows in the wall and everything. You're just not getting the same quality there as what you were before. Guys, see if we can try and take a screenshot again. No, it's just not letting me take screenshots here. Right, there we go. Let's take a... We'll do it that way. We'll take a snipping. But yeah, aye. But like 20 frames per second, it shouldn't be running like that. It's really, really... There's something fundamentally broken with the game, folks, right? I don't know what it is or how, but it just seems broken. But you'll notice, obviously, how different this scene here looks. Right, compared to the one that we had on the before, obviously, like when the graphics were all set to maximum, how different the lighting was. It was dull, it was dark, kind of thing. There was some lights coming through as well. It looks pretty bright and sunny here, to be fair, compared to how it was. And then obviously, like, you're seeing the detail here in the Sistine Chapel, which is you're not getting all the quality, obviously, in the ceiling, the detail in the walls and all the paintings. You can kind of slightly make out the reading in that as well. They do look a wee bit fuzzy around the faces and that, but the faces aren't as good quality as what you'd expect. And also, like, we've got this bit here as well, so aye, there is big differences. We see Indiana Jones. Right, do we see? Can we take a screenshot there? That's a map. Well, there we go. Screenshot saved. Right, we've done it now. Right, so let's take a couple of wee screenshots.
May the Lord bless you, sister.
Take one to the ceiling there. And so like just the floor set in here as well. We'll take one. It's just the frames per second is the thing that's really amazing me here, that it's only hitting 30 frames per second on it. just seems crazy kind of thing. So this scene here will look completely different, so it will, compared to how it did before. We'll also just run back up outside again, and we'll take one of the kind of the outside area where we were before, with like the kind of vegetation, that a couple of ones. There we go. So there is another part outside. We'll head out now and I'll show you. It's amazing how different the frames per second is, or how not different the frames per second is. That's the thing as well, because apologies folks, when we were running it at full graphics with the full ray tracing and everything like that, it was hitting at 30 frames per second, but we've turned all that off and it's still struggling to hit 30 frames per second at bits. So I don't know how it's rendering it or what it's rendering it with.
Lord be with you, sister.
Take a wee screenshot of this one here too as well. Oh. That's fine. That's fine. Right, so this is the area here. Obviously, look, you can see round about the kind of flooring area there. You're just not getting the shininess, the quality, or anything like that there that would be there when we had it at the other kind of way as well. So we'll take a wee screenshot of there, and then look, the quality there. We'll go around this side, the painting quality as well. I'm sure I did take a screenshot there, but and then we'll just take one here as well, because we did take one here before, but it was everything was all turned on. And you seen the quality of the walls, the detail, and everything like that round about, and it just looked crisp and clear kind of thing, as it should, and how you like it. It looks a wee bit different, obviously, when it's like that. It's still the Indiana Jones game. You can see it's still an Indiana Jones game. And it is right. Right, we'll take one here as well, because we did take one as we were going down the stairs. Just because obviously you've seen the shine and the ray tracing and the effect, obviously on the other settings. Adding the shine to the kind of everything else. Right, we'll take one here. And then we took one looking at the artwork as well. The tablets and things that are in the glass cases. So they're obviously a lot kind of lower quality as well. So we'll take a wee screenshot there, there we go. And then we'll head out and see what it looks like outside. So like the wall, even the wall looks different as well, kind of, but obviously you're not getting the higher textures. See 30 frames per second here. It's as if it's just kind of struggling to get to 30, 25 and things as well. Take a wee screenshot there. And then we'll go over.
Peace be with you, ma'am.
Take one there. And then, like, in here, obviously, as well, just like this is where you'll kind of notice it more. It's around about the areas with all the kind of vegetation, the grass, and then like there, areas, kind of thing, the plants and them like that. So, we'll take a wee screenshot there as well and just see what it looks like. And then, like, let's take one. Take one just round about there as well. So, his look a load different, doesn't it? So what we'll do is, folks, let's quit this here now, and we'll go in, we'll have a look at the screenshots, because it will be very different. So, right, the screenshots, right, we've got the before screenshots here, and I shall do the after screenshots, which is going to be these ones here. So let's put these ones new folder after, right? So da, da, da. Right, so put these ones in here. Right, so if we go into the after ones, that should have put them in there. Clearly it hasn't, right? But it should have put them in there. Let's try it again. Control A. Just need to select them all again. It's a bit kind of annoying, but we see. Right, so we'll take these ones here. We don't need these ones, so they can go. That, that, that. Right, so if I go cut. Right, so here we go. This is us. And captures before. Right, so this is a one for the plant, right? So let's have a wee look at the plant one. So aye, there you go, folks, left and right. So we'll put it up to 70% zoom, and you can see it there. Just look at the difference in the detail. So, like all the difference quality in the path, the shading, the wall quality as well. You get the shine. Even just it looks silver. The vase there, which it doesn't kind of looks kind of stony, kind of black there. The plant pots, you can see obviously the detail of the plant pot when you zoom in. You're just not getting that there. Aye, roundabout, obviously the vegetation quality. You can see all the individual leaves, the reflection, and obviously the shadow of them as well on the wall. Really, really detailed. So this is the one outside. Let's see, we did take one outside, didn't we? To see, where did the one go outside? See, I didn't take one outside. I thought I took one outside. Right, so let's go to the next one. Right, so inside the chapel. Here we go. So let's see if we can try and find the other one here. So that's round about the doors area. Like the character faces. It's just, there is a big difference in them. Let's see if we can. Where's the one with the character faces? Because we did take one. Right, aye, there's the one there. Right, we definitely took that one. Where did that one go? See, is it that one there? Nope. Just trying to see the screenshots, but we did take definitely a before and after screenshot of that one. That's a door. We'll go for that one there. We see the ceiling. So here we go. Ceiling detail 70. But you can see like all the detail there, just round about the edges. Look at the window detail as well. You can see all the drawings, the paintings on the ceiling. They don't look kind of blurry and undetailed as they do on that one, if you know what I mean. So look, there is big differences as well. The lighting effects. Right, so this was the area before it. So let's see. Did it show? Did I take one of the before it? Sure I did. Let's have a wee check through, see what we've got. Because there is a load of different ones that we took. Right, this is the one. Right, so there we go. This one here. Right. Here it's pretty much as you can see it there. You can see the detail difference there. Look how blurry it looks around about the kind of the table area there. It looks a lot kind of lower quality. You're not getting obviously your path tracing and the shine that you're getting from there. This is everything obviously up full 4K, path tracing, ultra, full ray tracing and everything. And you can see the quality and the shine, the rug and everything. It just looks a lot crisper and clearer. Like the paintings there as well. Look very lower quality there compared to obviously you can see all the details in the frames round about. So that was the one there taken from the corner. And the same one there. So you can just make out like the individual details of things. Like if you scroll right in, you'll see like the details on the globe, the details on the rug and everything as well. It is worth it running it at that kind of resolution if you can do it. Ceiling details, beautiful. Obviously you're not getting the crisping settings there. If you look at the frame difference there compared to how it is when you strip it all away, kind of thing, when you purge all the pixels, folks. Hey, look, you're just not getting like the detail there of the. You're just not getting it. That's the thing. It's a completely different colour as well. It looks kind of like goldy, kind of brassy kind of type of colour there. There it just looks black, like an old kind of frame. So this was the stairs area. Again, see, look, you can notice it a wee bit. Not by much. Obviously, you're not getting the shine there on the walls and everything, and the lighting quality just looks a lot kind of blurrier, is what it does. But you're kind of getting the general kind of gist of it. So this was in the room down the stairs as well. So here we go. We took one there, as we said, of the things in the cabinet. Look there. See, this is where you do notice the difference when you're doing these type of kind of comparisons of it. Apart from obviously everything that I've mentioned in it, with it being the weird and wonderful graphic settings and the weird and wonderful expectations of frame rate every time as well, this is the kind of thing you do kind of notice it with. I mean, look at the detail there on the tablet, like the tree compared to there. The bronze items there, the kind of statues and things. Look, see, it just looks like you're seeing all the writing there on the kind of tablet there on the stone. You're not getting it there. It's just, a lot different kind of thing. So this was the brickwork outside. There we go. Again, see, it is, you can notice the difference, right? So if you take it and look at it as the wood there at the side, like you can see it kind of, it's like kind of the wood stone effect there at the side compared to how it looks. So there, just big differences. This is the one on the actual courtyard itself. So I mean, there is differences. We'll see if we can get one there of it, just looking back over it. So that was the water. What do we see? There's the next one, vegetation. We do have one of the vegetation. I'll show you it shortly. Right, so this is the one here. Look at just the tree. Just look at the kind of details just generally on the kind of tree and the bush round about it. The shadows on the ground, you're just not getting it there. You're not getting the individual looking at the fibres of the trees and the bushes and everything like that as well. The lighting, the stone. You're just not getting that kind of thing there. What else? So the vegetation one that we had. You can notice it massively different how it's no rendering the same kind of quality of things there. You're not obviously getting like the colour effects coming through like down the bottom. You're getting some of it, but it just doesn't look as crisp and as clear as what you notice it as, if you know what I mean. So I definitely different games, folks. This is obviously that was a cross. So we did take one of the cross. Further back, let's see if we can find it again. The after, so we see. Yeah, so also this is a wee bit further out, kind of thing, in a slightly different angle. But what you can see, also the colour difference there, that they're all kind of like gold probably, whereas there they just look black. It's no rendered them to whatever texture they're meant to be, kind of thing. The cross as well, when you look at the kind of detail of it there compared to there, the artwork in the background as well. Big difference. But again, right, so that was running at 61 frames per second, right? So that was 61 frames per second, right? Running at full 4K kind of thing, right? Upscaling, DLSS, path tracing, full ray tracing, and everything else. But then when you turn all that off, it wasn't getting 35. It was getting 35, between 30 and 35 frames per second, sometimes dropping down to 20 frames per second. So it is, as I said, it's not a game without its issues, folks. There is a lot of issues with the games, right? You can let me know in the comments what you think of this one. We'll get it all stitched together, obviously, and we'll get it put out, and you can let me know, folks. So, thank you for taking the time to tune into this one. It has been had to be done a wee bit differently. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it. Would you still play it at the lower quality graphics and resolution? Going by how it runs, which is really weirdly, as I said, please let me know in the comments if you have experienced this, if you try it, and if it does the same, right? But going by how it runs at a lower resolution, I wouldn't play it at that. I'd up the graphics more and just play it at how it's meant to be played, kind of thing. But also, if your machine can't do that, and if your machine can't run it at the full shebang, and it's running at lower, does it still run at those frames per second? I would have thought it would have run a wee bit better, but the tests prove otherwise, folks. So there we go. So thank you for taking the time to stop into this one, folks, and give it a wee watch. If you haven't done already, drop a wee like and a wee subscribe. It is free, and I shall catch you all on the next one. My name's been Brian, or be a Skynet. Have a better of a day, folks.